Here at Adventures in LARPing, we want to support your group. We'd like to hear from you. What you're doing, your stories you're telling, what important things are going on. So email us at adventuresinlarping@gmail.com.
So, to get on to the news, coming up on the 10th through 12th of October, up in Jefferson, Maine, is a group called Mistwood having a weekend-long event. Now, I've started looking a little bit about Mistwood and what they're doing, and it looks like their LARP is aimed after the fall of the Roman Empire, sort of the Dark Ages, right at that point. They are using hit point-based systems, so be aware of that. And they do have magic, so if you're into the magic scene, they're going to be an excellent one to get into. They are using light touch buffers, which means less foam and lighter hits.
Light touch buffers are really my favorite because you really get to create buffers with more details in them rather than worrying about clubbing someone in the head with it.
It does also lend very well to a game that's going to be a lot more role-play oriented, which looks like this one is going to be.
Exciting.
And the website that we will have posted right here below has lots of information on the group and the full rule book so that you're prepared to play before you go out.
Brilliant. I also see October 10th through 12th in Westford, Maine is Shadows of Amun, a horror game set in Egypt 1918. It's intended for more mature players, so it's going to have mature themes. I'm guessing gory and, horror-based stuff.
Demons, Cthulhu, that sort of thing. Man, I have been wanting to find a good game involving Cthulhu.
I know how you feel about Tentacles. It's going to be a skills-based system, so you'll be able to build up your character with the skills you like. Rules for character insanity. Yes, this definitely sounds Lovecraft. Yes. Ritual
like
magics, light touch, boffer fighting, again. So it's going to be very role-play focused.
And both of those seem to be up on the East Coast. I know that there's quite a bit of LARP that direction, but since the majority of LARP that I see tends to be fantasy related, I really like that this sounds like it's going in a completely different direction to branch out.
Yeah, I wish I was up in Maine area right about October myself. It sounds really interesting.
At that time frame, in that LARP time frame, there are in the modern age or our history guns and things like that. Do they have rules and such for that?
They do mention that they are using Nerf Guns as part of the Shadows of Amun campaign.
Excellent.
So yes, definitely. Definitely check out their website as well, which will be posted down here for specific rules on Nerf guns and what you can do with them, what you can't do with them, along with how to build characters and anything else you'd be interested in.
Excellent. So if you're around the Upper East Coast, these groups sound like some excellent things to check out. Now, around that time frame, if you're more local to where we are and not up on the East Coast, down here in Texas, there is, of course, Dystopia Rising. Now, Dystopia Rising is a post-apocalyptic LARP, lots of zombies and things like that, and it's one that seems to have a big following and growing by the minute. And as I understand, this particular event, or going to an event in October every year in Dystopia Rising, is a huge thing, that they really go all out with all of the horror and things like that.
It is my understanding that Dystopia Rising is actually national. So the group, an event down in Lake Belton, Texas, is part of the local Central Texas group called Bravo.
I see, which is why their website is, well, we'll have it posted right here. Something I seem to remember there was something about Bravo.
Right,
but
that's the local
that
chapter.
ties in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, there is a fee for that group, but when you are a newbie coming into there, they reduce that to only $20 for the entire weekend to be able to play. And they are a full immersion game, so that is for entertainment for the weekend. It's an excellent price for what you're getting there. Now, I know as far as combat and things in Dystopia Rising, because you're not just going to let the zombies roll over you. they do use what I refer to as full speed buffers, or a lot more of the padded, faster paced combat system.
Right, as opposed to the other two we mentioned, this is a full speed boffer combat, so they're really they're really going to give it to you. It is a game for not the faint of heart. Not everyone needs to necessarily participate in the boffer combat, but those that do are not pulling their shots if they can get in on you.
And with Dystopia Rising, any of the storyline that they build up goes from event to event. So this is not a one-shot deal or anything to that effect. The things that happen at this particular game will have a profound effect on the rest of the local group going forward. So that's what we have for you at the moment. We'll have more games and more activities coming to you. And again, like we said at the beginning, if there's anything that you have, storylines, event information, anything like that that you would like us to promote, we're here to help your organization be as good as it can be. So feel free to email us at adventuresinlarping@gmail.com, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot.